Hey guys, it's me, Social Skeptic. Welcome back to another episode. Today I'm doing What If Deku was the Avatar? So, a few things I want to point out. Uh, okay, so uh, Deku was is the next reincarnation of, is the incarnation after Avatar Korra, and I'm gonna do something different instead of, I see a couple things where Aang basically explains what stuff is. Instead, we're gonna have Korra do it because she is basically the next Avatar to teach. And I'm just gonna say that some cosmic event, like it's happened during harmonic convergence, where yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm basically gonna okay. So once the spirit world opened up in another area of the Avatar's world, something happened where it caused basically Rava's spirit to be transported to another dimension after Korra died. And yeah, so with the death of Avatar Korra led to the birth of Izuku Midoriya, otherwise known as Avatar Izuku, or Avatar Midoriya, if you will. And yeah, so Deku was born, and his life, he is born into a loving family of his mother. And I'm going to say his father was there as well. Okay. So, uh, Deku, uh, when coming of age, was taken to the quirk doctor, where basically he was then diagnosed quirkless. We all know that he is quirkless, but he is the Avatar, so that won't really matter. Why do I always get a runny nose during these types of things I'm doing? But anyways, so uh, Deku breaks the news to the class that he's quirkless. He starts getting bullied. We're gonna fast forward to the middle school, and yeah. So during class, uh, during class, his Bakugo was bullying Deku, and yeah, so finally Deku just said, "What do you gain from bullying me other than some satisfaction?" Then Bakugo says, "You're quirkless. What do you expect? Just because I'm quirkless does not mean that you can just go around and just hurt me like this." And Bakugo was like, "Shut up, Deku. I bully you because you were weak. And you really think you can get into UA without a quirk? And you really think just by writing down notes and on how to become a hero, you really are pathetic." And Deku felt like a fire building up within him, like a sort of rage. And he snaps and he says, "You know what I don't get, Bakugo Katsuki?" And Bakugo was surprised that he didn't say Kachan. "I don't get why you waste your time with someone like me. Why can't you just leave me to my devices? Why can't you just leave me the fuck alone? You know what? I'm done with you." Bakugo, pissed, he basically throws an explosion at Deku in the classroom, sending desks flying at Deku. Deku then, in like instinct, he dodges out of the way and shoots fire at Bakugo. And Deku's like, "What? How did I do that?" And Bakugo's like, "How the hell? How the hell did you shoot fire at me? You're quirkless." And they continue fighting. Deku gets his ass beat because he didn't expect to like fight back using it like what he assumes is a quirk. But yeah, Deku then goes to the nurse of the school and he says that I somehow developed a quirk. I basically shot fire at one of my classmates. And they do another test and they say that, sorry, but you're still quirkless. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, I know what I'm talking about. And like, I'm gonna say they had like a candle inside of the class, or not in the class, in the nurse's room that was like burning, and like the flame got stronger over there. And they both look at the candle. It's like, see, it's like, sorry, kid, but that's not really enough evidence. And it's like, and then he's like, I know what I'm talking about. As he like runs his hand through the air to his side, and fire comes out. He's like, see? He's like, well, I'll be damned. So they diagnose him with quirk fire, and Deku is sent home. And he tells his parents that I used fire. I have a fire quirk, apparently. And they're like, wow, that's okay. And his father is like, so you have my quirk? And Deku says, not exactly. I can't breathe fire like you can, but I can, what I guess, fight with fire. I shot fire out of my hands, so. After a while, Deku eventually goes to sleep, and he has a sort of dream, basically, where he wakes up and he sees this woman in front of him, and he wonders who that is. And the woman says, hello, I assume you know who I am? No, said Deku. I don't know who you are. And then he says, but you look familiar somehow. Yeah, I'm you, basically, or one of your lifetimes. And Deku says, excuse me? Oh boy. Were you not told that you were the Avatar? And Deku says, what's the Avatar? And the woman is surprised and says, okay, I guess I'm going to have to explain this. I am known as an Avatar. You are also an Avatar. And the Avatar has basically lived through hundreds of lifetimes and so on. Really, says Deku. Yes, I am known as Avatar Korra. And I guess I'm going to help you understand what the Avatar is. And Deku says, this is all just some sort of dream, isn't it? No, it is not. You are in some form of meditation right now. And I'm going to help you understand what the Avatar is. Does this have something to do with what I did earlier with the fire and stuff? You did what was known as firebending. I assume you know what that is? No. I don't know what bending is, but I did something with fire. Okay. So, what you did was known as firebending, and you can do this with 4 other elements: air, earth, and water. And she does a little demonstration where basically she pushes a little bit air toward Deku, and then she does something with fire, and then she lifts some earth out of the ground, and then some water as well. And he's like, whoa, I'm going to help you understand how to use these fundamentals. And so they start training. For the next few years, Deku learns how to basically firebend, earthbend, waterbend, and airbend in that time. And he masters the 4 elements within like 4 years. So he's 18 right now. And he picked up on how to do other things. He learned how to meditate and to tap in. Hang on. Okay, so where was I? So he basically masters the 4 elements into the martial arts. He also learned how to do martial arts from a nearby. Sorry if you hear. Oh, and by the way, sorry if you hear other voices. I can't really control that, so just ignore them. It's just my family being obnoxiously loud. So, anyways, so he talks with Korra. Or no, sorry. He goes into his meditation sort of thing, and he talks with Korra. He says, now that you've mastered all 4 elements, we need to talk about one more thing, and that is the avatar state. Okay, and what is that basically? The avatar state is a collection of all the knowledge of the avatars before you. It allows you to, in my terms, get a sort of immense amount of power from the avatar state. So, in order to tap into the power, you must, she explains, because I don't really know how the fuck you're supposed to do it. And, yeah, so Deku then enters the avatar state and then exits it. And she's like, very good. But now, you must now move on to the goals of your... I have taught you all that I can. So yes. By the way, he's been taught metal bending and blood bending. So I'm going to throw that out there just so I don't have to surprise you, basically. So yeah. So Deku leaves and he gets notified that the UA entrance exam is coming up and he needs to enroll for that. And he got his quirk reclassed into something else because he got it reclassed as 4 elements, basically. So yes. Oh, and he can do lightning, by the way. I'm just pointing out as well. So yes. Fuck. Okay. So he enters the UA and he does the practical exam. Or the written test. He does well on that, and he goes to the practical exam, where once President Mike states go. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't trip in the UA as well. Once he says go, Deku basically rushes forth with a burst of speed from his air bending. He jumps up in the air and he slams down into the ground using his earth bending and basically creating like this sort of shockwave. And he took out like 10 robots and he got like a big amount of points. And everyone's like, holy crap. He did that? And everyone's like, quick, grab some more robots so we can get in. So yeah. And the teachers notice this and like, who is that kid? And they pull up his file and they say his name is Izuku Midoriya. He was originally class quirkless until he manifested a fire quirk, and then he started manifesting more quirks, like earth, and then they started listing off the earth, the air, and the water stuff. And All Might gets this creeping feeling that he might be linked all for one because of the quirks he have. But anyways, so Deku, then, and I'm gonna be going into the combat stuff in detail. So yeah. Hang on. Okay, so sorry, I keep getting interrupted for some fucking reason. But anyway, so Izuku continues taking out like robots and stuff, and eventually he sees basically um the zero pointer come out, and he sees Uraraka is in danger, so he rushes forward, and before the zero pointer could do any more damage, he saves Uraraka by earthbending the rubble off of her and telling her to get out of the way. Before the zero pointer could like smash its hand onto Deku, he earthbends some pillars up to stop it from basically getting or crushing him. Then he jumps up onto the robot's hand and starts running up the fucking robot. And he then basically, once he's like at like its neck or something, he starts metal bending the steel and like ripping through it and like making it and he gets inside the robot. He finds it's basically like what its like main power cell is, and he starts casting lightning, or he starts bending lightning, and he shoots it at the core, basically overloading it, making it explode. And he jumps out before it explodes by basically earthbending out a panel that's like at the chest, and he jumps out of it, and he lands at the ground, and everyone else sees this, and they're like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" Even the teachers are astounded. Even All Might. And that's where I'm going to leave it here. Yeah, I'm cutting it short because I got other stuff to do at the moment. So yeah, I hope you love my work. I love you all for watching my videos and stuff. No homo, but yeah. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching my content, and I really hope you enjoy all that I'm doing. And I hope you like, comment down other ideas or suggestions you want me to do for what ifs. And yeah, tune in next time. Peace.